Okay. Here we have a big cat. Your domestic cats are also pendiculate. Is this a cheetah? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Next. Thank you. Next. Here we have a horse pendiculating. And as foals, they do it 50 to 80 times a day. But as they get older, they do it fewer times a day. So this horse is contracting certain muscles and then will gradually relax them. Next. So now we're seeing a foal pendiculating, doing the same kind of thing. Alrighty, thank you, Lyman. I think that's the end of our animal pendiculations. So the next thing we're going to do is we're getting ready to do the cat stretch.
Yeah.
It's called a cat stretch because it is what we saw the animals doing. They're not really stretching. They're contracting certain muscles and then letting those muscles lengthen or relax. So these exercises are using your brain to do them. They're done slowly. They're done mindfully. For example, they're done with awareness. There aren't many repetitions. You can do them sitting up. You can do them lying in bed. You can do them lying on the floor. You can do them before your yoga. Many people do them twice a day. If you do them in the morning, you get your body ready for the day. If you do them in the evening, it resets the muscles you have contracted during the day because you will be playing those muscle contractions all night if you don't reset them. When we start to go to sleep, we lie down, we try to clear our minds, and we wait for those muscles to relax. So you can wait a long time for your muscles to relax. I know some of you sometimes have been up half the night waiting for your muscles to relax. You can either wait or you can reset them before you go to sleep. So we're going to do some of the cat stretch exercises. We're not going to do the last two because we're not quite ready for them, but we are ready to do the other ones. So if you're willing, so if you're sitting up, please do what I'm saying in a kind of sitting up way. So if I say arch your back, you can arch your back sitting as well as you can lying on the floor. But if you can lie on the floor in your bed, it will be very useful. So if you want to pin Ramesh, so you can make him large here, so you can see him occasionally. You don't want to try to follow him, do your own movement, but if in case you get confused, take a quick look at him. So please lie on the floor or wherever you are, put your arms and legs out on the floor or beside you, and scan your body. Be aware of your body to see what it's doing. Are you lying there with your back very contracted, picked up off the floor? How are your legs lying there? How are your arms lying there? You know, are you still holding some things tightly? Slowly bend your knees. Now, these exercises work with all of the basic postures that we talked about yesterday. So we're going to start out working with the back muscles. Please, and let me say one more thing. You want to stay in your comfort zone. So do not go very far with the movements, only as far as you can go comfortably. The next thing, if there's any movement we do that you don't feel you can do, please just visualize it. See it in your mind's eye rather than doing it. So inhale and arch your back. Pick your back up off the floor or the bed or wherever. Exhale, let your back come back down to the floor. If you're in a chair, you're going to inhale and bring your belly forward, your back arches, and then exhale, let it come back to neutral. Repeat that 3 more times. Inhale as you arch your back. Exhale, coming down. Inhale and arch. Exhale, coming down. So we're doing this all with your motor cortex. If you do it quickly, your cerebellum will do it. It will do it really well, but it cannot reset the resting level of the muscles. So the muscles will be just as tight as they were before you did it. But if you do it with your motor cortex, as we saw yesterday, it will change the output to those muscles. So we're doing a voluntary pendiculation. We're using our voluntary cortex to do it. So please pause and feel the sensations you have created with those movements, whatever they are, wherever they are. So you might feel some in your back, your abdomen, maybe you'll feel a little in your shoulders, a little bit in your legs or knees, some sensations, all sorts of places will be brought up to your brain. Now please lace your fingers together and bring them behind your head or go as close to that as you can. If you cannot get your hands behind your head, put your hands on your head in front or on your shoulders. All right, in this position, you're going to do the same move. Inhale and arch your back. Exhale, let your back come back to the floor. Pick your head up using your abdominal muscle and then slowly coming back down. Now your elbows can come in toward the middle and then out to the side. And inhale and arch. Great. Exhale, elbows towards your knees, picking up, and go only as far as you can go easily. Ramesh is probably going a little bit farther than he can go easily. The reason why we don't want to do that is that it will stretch the back muscles. It will trigger the stretch reflex and they will recontract. So if you will go just as far as you can go easily, tomorrow you can go farther. Slowly coming back down. So we'll do this 3 more times. Inhale and arch. Exhale, coming up. So he's using his abdominal muscle to pick him up. Now he's decreasing the output to that muscle so the muscle can lengthen. He's doing an eccentric contraction of his abdominal muscle. And relax. So how about 2 more? So even if you cannot lift up very high at all, a small movement will have a big effect. Thank you, Ramesh. And in this work, it's the slow coming down that is the most important part. You know, in our Western and Eastern calisthenics, it's the contraction that is considered the most important thing. But in this work, it's the slow decreasing the output to your muscles that makes the difference. So pause and feel the sensations you've created. Okay, slowly roll over onto your stomach. Bend your right arm. Put your left cheek on the back of your right hand. And please now inhale. We always, in this work, we inhale on the contraction. Inhale, lift your hand, your head, and your elbow, and your opposite leg up, and then slowly coming back down. So there is no better way to relax your back muscles than to do this exercise. And now again, inhale, picking up. So his hamstrings are contracting. The paravertebral muscles of his back are contracting. Some muscles in his upper back are contracting. And now he's letting them relax. decreasing the output to them. One more time, picking up. If you could palpate his back, you could feel the muscles contracting and then slowly decontracting, letting go. Great. Now lift your left shoulder up so you can turn your head to the left. Bring your right arm down by your side. And now we'll work with this side. So inhale, pick your hand, your head, and your elbow and your opposite leg up. And slowly come back down. And relax. Okay, inhale, picking up. Exhale and relax. One more time. Inhale, picking up. Exhale, coming down. And relax. Okay, let's pause for a few seconds to feel the sensations. Okay, slowly roll over onto your back. And the next exercise is one that we always do after that one. So bend your knees. Put your right hand behind your head. Inhale, arch your back. Great. Exhale, bring your elbow across toward the opposite knee as you pick it up. Very good. Slowly coming back down. Inhale and arch. We'll do that 2 more times here. Now these exercises, to do all of them doesn't take more than 10 minutes once you know how to do them. Okay, changing sides. So this exercise is really good to do whenever you've been standing for a long time, carrying heavy things, walking for a long distance. Anytime you're feeling tightness in your back, this exercise is really good to change that, change the situation. Okay, thank you. Please roll over on your left side and bend your knees. Now we're working with the muscles at the side of your body, the oblique muscles, and please bring your right arm over the top of your head towards your ear. And now Ramesh is going to pick up his head using the side of his body, his oblique muscles, and the lower leg, leaving the knees together. And slowly come back down and relax the side of your body. This helps with postures when you are tilted from one side to the other, and you want to do this with the tilted side, with the tighter side first. And this is 3 repetitions. And changing sides. So, yeah. Okay, inhale. Pick your head up and your foot up, leaving your knees together. Good. And coming down. This exercise is really good for some things that people report, such as back pain that is below your waistline. It may seem as though it goes across the back in a strip or just half of it from the sacrum across to the greater trochanters. There seems to be a strip of tight muscle. There is no strip of tight muscle, but it feels like it. And this is the exercise to help relieve that. So while we're in this position, Ramesh, put your arm on your side, and everybody else, put your arm on your side. We're going to work with your buttock muscles here because many people have sciatica. Yes, he's already ready to do it. And one of the things that causes that sometimes is very tight gluteal muscles. And so this is the way to make them looser. Keeping your feet together, lift your upper knee up toward the ceiling and then slowly coming back down. So you're shortening those buttock muscles, including the piriformis, which can press on the sciatic nerve if it's tight and refer pain all the way down your leg. So just about 3 times of externally rotating your leg and slowly coming back down. Okay, one more. And of course, there are other things you can do, but this is the premier thing to do with tight external rotators. How about go to your other side because we didn't do it on the other side. Okay, feet together. So sometimes we think of it as 90 degrees at the hip flexors and 90 degrees at the knees. Thank you. Okay. A contraction of a muscle occurs when a message has come from a motor tract. In this case, we're using his motor cortex, his corticospinal tract, to cause those muscles to shorten. And when they get a message, it's usually in the form of the message is in terms of a transmitter substance called acetylcholine or acetylcholine, causes all of the muscle fibers to shorten until they have completed the process, and then they have to recycle while other muscle fibers get shortened to maintain the contraction. Okay, please pause to experience the sensations you created. Roll over on your back. Bend your knees. Put your arms out to the side like a T. Now let's say your right hand is going to be palm up. Your left hand is going to be palm down. Change sides. So let's let the other hand now go palm down, and this one's going to go other way. Good. And changing sides, let your head roll over toward the hand that's palm up. And your knees are going to go opposite from your face. And remember, go only as far as you can go easily. So if you want to inhale as your knees go up and exhale as they go down, you can. And so this would be about 3 times to each side. And it feels pretty good. It's a really nice movement. And we have prepared for it with the other movements that you did. Okay, after you've done 3 times to each side, you can pause to get the sensations. So in this posture, we are interested in moving into the posture, but the most important part is the coming out of it. So you did move into a rotation, but then slowly coming out of the muscles that you contracted to do that rotation. So we like to repeat number 4 again. So Ramesh and everybody else, bend your knees, put your right hand behind your head, inhale and arch your back, exhale, bring your elbow towards your opposite knee, and slowly coming down. It's the slow coming down is the most important part, because that's when your brain is resetting its muscles, resetting the resting level of the muscles. So you can go at your own pace. So resetting the muscles mean they get better circulation. They will be able to give you their full strength, because a chronically contracted muscle acts as though it's weak. It has no reserve to bring in to do a contraction. But if you will reset it, it's ready to go for you. Even watching it has an effect on your motor system. So if you have family members who don't want to do the cat stretch series, you just go ahead and do it. And if they're watching you, they will get some of the effects of it. So you can pause to feel the sensations you created. You can extend your arms and your legs and feel how your body is lying on the floor or the bed or wherever you are. Okay, slowly roll over on your side and sit up slowly. And I like to ask people what they noticed during their practice. Ramesh, what did you notice while you did that?
The back feels more relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
and while getting up, you feel a little more energetic.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two immediate
Mm-hmm.
feelings that one got.
Well, what did other people feel? Anchor, what did you experience?
So I do cat scratch almost every day. So it helps me actually focus more. I'm not sure about my uh, impact on the body because I do it with many other exercises. So today also, so
Mm-hmm.
I feel my knee flushes towards the floor. My back started touching more of ground. So that's something that happened. But over and above that, it helps me focus because I'm trying to focus on each and every muscle that I'm moving and looking at the impact of that. So I
You know,
have, yeah, just
yeah.
want, yeah, just to finish that, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I have issues. I take a lot of stress, so it helped me cope
Mm-hmm.
up with that.
Yeah, it's great to lower stress levels, and you should do that on a regular basis, because our stress levels climb up, 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 up. But if you bring it down periodically, it climbs, but the total level is not up at the top. It's at a much lower level, and you are more functional because of that. So that's very good.
Eleanor, we need to move on.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
Next is you must answer those questions.
Right, right. So I have them here, but do you want to ask them to me, Ramesh? Okay, so
All right.
okay, do you have to raise your leg as high as Ramesh raised his? No. You want to go, as he already answered that one, go as high as you can go easily. It's the main thing is how slowly you are coming out of the contraction. There are some Hanna Somatic exercises for eyes, and maybe we can hold off on that till the end here, because I might give you some example of a sort of a situation how we can do it. With regard to tinnitus, it depends on what the cause of the tinnitus is. So if it's a question of contracted neck muscles, you may change it with releasing the contracted muscles of your neck through Hanna Somatics, but only if that is the cause. Also, with regard to dislocating the tailbone, if it's dislocated and being held in a dislocated position because of chronic muscle contractions, you can do some Hanna Somatics interventions to help free those muscles so it is not pulling the tailbone chronically out of position. For tightness of the head, now what are you referring to there as tightness of the head? Are you referring to headaches? Are you referring to what is the person who asked that question here to be able to clarify the question?
Yeah, I had asked the question.
Okay.
So it is it is not so much of a headache, but it comes through perhaps anxiety or something. So I just wanted to know tightness, when you are strained, perhaps do a bit of work, and you cannot call it a headache. I mean, you cannot, it will not go through a painkiller. So I was just wondering a tightness of the head.
Okay, so if it is chronically contracted muscles, which when you are anxious, you do contract a lot of your muscles. So when you do the cat stretch series and other ones like the neck and shoulder exercises that we did, you can decrease your anxiety level. And it's a marvelous thing to do. So just like it can lower your stress level, it can also lower your anxiety level. One of my areas of expertise is biofeedback training, which I was involved in the field of biofeedback from its early days. And the thing is, if your physiological systems are highly stressed, it's very easy for you to go into an anxiety response. But if those levels are lower, you're not as likely to have an anxiety response. So if you keep those levels lower, using the Get Stretch series, you can decrease your tendency to go into a more contracted muscle state, such as tightness of your head.
Thank you.
You're welcome. With that, some people will do the first two of the cat stretch exercises whenever they begin to feel anxious, to kind of reset your breathing and also your muscle contraction levels in general. So the thing is, we don't want to do those exercises too many times in a day, but in the case of intervening in anxiety, you can do it more often. You just need to be sure you pay attention to what you're doing, that you don't just start doing it robotically. Okay, so we had two here on the dislocated tailbone, and I think we sort of talked about that.
Yeah. Then Ashwini's question we answered, saying we will take her through separately.
But I wanted to, the original question here had to do with, could we use Hanna Somatics with people who are deaf and blind? And the answer is yes. You can, in fact, the Somatics book by Thomas Hanna, that is the core book for this work, was recorded by the Library of Congress of the United States in its recordings for the blind, because it is extremely useful. And some of the contracted muscle patterns for people dealing with a sensory deprivation are not necessary. They are sort of learned along the way. They interfere with moving. They also interfere with the sensing of things you need to sense beyond your eyes and your ears. So it's very helpful for people who have hearing difficulties or who have vision difficulties. I have worked with clients. In fact, I had one client who is both blind and deaf, and her family members brought her to see me, and she was quite able to do it, and they continued with her at home. I think it has huge potential for people dealing with blindness and deafness for so many reasons. Okay.
That leaves us with only one question now. I have severe pain on the left side of the left foot. And the same person had asked about sciatica and piriformis syndrome, which we have already demonstrated when we did the special practice for the gluteal muscle. So only left is left side of the left foot.
So left side of the left foot. It depends on what is causing it. If it is very tight muscles running down the side of your leg, such as the perineal muscles, they've changed the name of them recently, but I still like to call them the perineal muscles. You would want to do various things with your foot position, but to go directly to it, you might want to have your foot on the floor, pick the outside edge of your foot up toward the ceiling, and then slowly letting it come back down to the floor. So you are everting your foot and then slowly decreasing the output to those muscles to allow the muscles on the side of your leg to relax. The sciatic nerve can be involved in creating the pain on the side of your leg, because the nerve comes down the back of your leg. The tibial version of it goes straight down to the bottom of your foot. The perineal version loops around and innervates and gives you feedback from those muscles on the side of your leg. And so it just depends on what is causing it, but there are ways to intervene somatically with it.
Good. All right.
Ramesh, can you ask?
Go ahead, Bona. We lost you, Bona. We couldn't hear your question.
No. Can you demonstrate that exercise, what you told?
I will do it. I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a very close friend as well as a neighbor. So I will demonstrate. In fact, I thought of doing it yesterday, but I said, after you answer, I will take it up. All right. Now, shall we go for the live demonstration? Shall we invite the first person?
Yes.
All of you can pin Bharat's video. Bharat Anantaram is the person who is volunteered to be the first person to go through. Bharat, you can explain your problem and then she will take over. You have to unmute. You have to unmute.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I have been having osteoarthritis of both my knee joints for the past 10, 15 years, and my gait has changed a little bit. I keep dragging my left foot. My left knee is worse than my right knee. And I have been through several rounds of x-rays, but the doctor feels that since I'm able to manage with exercise and with no painkillers, he says we can delay your surgery for a few more years, and we'll take a call as and when it comes. So my only problem, which I continue to have, is that sometimes my left knee hurts. It gets slightly locked. I just need to relax the muscles, and then I'm able to walk. And I'm able. It's not that I am able to walk long distances, but I'm keep quite fit with some basic exercises and physiotherapy as advised by my orthopedist and my physiotherapist. And I'm virtually pain-free to a large extent, except that when I walk or stand for too long, then my left knee especially starts hurting a little more. But since yesterday and some of the exercises, I found that, getting up is much easier, and there is a little bit of pain because I tend to drag my left foot. So that is my problem, Eleanor and Ramesh.
Okay. Okay. May we see you? Where are you? I need to see you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you see him?
No.
No? It's a blue shirt.
I know.
Maybe you need to stand.
The host has
you want to see my knees, or you want to see me?
I want to see you. Okay, there you go. Thank you. I need to have you stand up and let us look at you. Thank you. And can you, bring your screen? Good. Okay. So,
Hand by the side, yeah.
So, okay. All righty.
You need to see the shoulder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, would you turn around to the side so we can see you from the side? Okay. Would you say, what's your name again?
Bharat.
Bharat. Oh, Ram, you just call me Ram.
Ram. Okay, Ram. Would you say that your back, if you put your hand on your back, is there a sort of indentation in the center of your back?
It goes inwards a little bit, yes?
Yes. Okay, thank you. That's good. You can put your arms down again. Okay. Okay. And then how about turn your back to us? Okay. And if we could now see your legs, so if you could, we'll get rid of your head now, and can you shift your screen so that we can see your legs?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how about turn to the side while we're seeing your legs and your feet?
Go a little further, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So is there a place you can lie down for us?
Yes.
Okay. So bend your left knee and please roll your right leg inward. So take your foot to the inside and slowly come back to neutral. Back to the center again with your leg. No, keep your right leg bent and roll your left leg in and then bring it back to where you started. So we're inwardly rotating your leg. Now bring it back to your starting point. That's very nice. And then turn in again, and come back to the center again. So we are medially rotating your leg. We are inwardly rotating your leg. How about again? Do it again. Very good. So please change legs now. Yeah, bend your left leg and inwardly rotate your right leg now. And coming back to the starting point. Okay, rotate in. What are you feeling as you do that, Rama?
I'm feeling good. I do leg rotations every day, and I also use something under a towel under my knees and press it down. And that is what gives me the maximum relief, Eleanor. And I'm getting a bit of a pain in the inside of my knees.
Of your right leg?
Yeah, right and left. There's a slight pain.
Okay. I would like for you to sit on this. Great. Before we get to that part, I'd like for you to sit on the side of the bed again. Sit on the side with your leg and face us so you can bring your legs down in front. There is a muscle, Ram, behind the knee whose job it is to unlock your locked knee.
Request all others to mute themselves, please.
Is it towards the outside of the leg?
It's right behind your knee. It's right behind your knee.
Okay.
So that muscle gets contracted when your foot is on the floor and you take your heel out to the side. No, so you want to leave the ball of your foot on the floor. I think we need to have you bring your camera down again so we can see your feet. Thank you. So leaving the ball of your foot on the floor, take your heel out to the side. No, you have to keep the toes on the floor. Okay. And take your heel out and slowly come back in. And repeat that again. So which leg are you working with now?
Left.
Left, good. Great, so we're contracting that little popliteus and then decontracting it by coming back in.
And putting the heel back on the floor, right?
Yeah.
When I come back? Okay.
And then come
so
out.
I go up on my toes. I go up on my toes.
Just a little bit. You don't have to go up a lot because you're only going to pick your heel up a little bit and take it out to the side.
And the toes remain on the ground, right?
Yep, the toes and the ball of the foot remain on the ground and coming
Bring it
back.
down slowly. Bring it down slowly, Bharat. Not so fast. Yes. That's right.
Okay. So let's also do the other one. And so leaving the ball down, take your heel out and slowly coming back in.
Slower, slower, slower.
Great. So while you're here, while you're seated, let's do the psoas release that we did yesterday. So pick your left knee and leg up a couple of inches only and slowly coming back down. Slowly coming down. Great. 2 more times, pick up and slowly coming down. Great. 1 more time and coming down. Not so high. Only a couple of inches up because we're targeting the psoas. Let's do the other one. And coming down. Is that 3? No, there's 3.
Yeah.
Eleanor,
Okay.
there's a question there. For the previous practice, it says, doesn't this contraction of the muscle behind the knees also put some pressure on the hip? Is that okay with hip pain? The previous one. Yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay. Is it okay?
I'm getting the pressure on my thigh, actually, not on my hip. It's on the outside of my thigh when I do this.
Okay.
Yeah. This, this part.
Okay. Okay. So would you stand up again for us, Ram? And let us see your legs. Okay. So you can see his leg positions. There is sort of quite a bit of space between his 2 legs. What goes with that is your legs rotated in and you're standing with your legs hyperextended. That is, the quad muscles are too tight. Now, you said yesterday that you felt a little better in the knees because of the quad release exercise that we did.
Yes.
If you would continue to do that so that you don't stand as hyperextended. Now, hyperextended, you sort of contract and pull your knee back, and the tight quads will cause you to do that. So we want your knee not as tight, not as straight, and we want your legs not as rotated inward, because we want your knees to be aligned with the rest of your leg, the upper of the femur, and then the tibia, and there be an alignment of your legs so that your knees are coming down in the proper position. So how are you feeling now?
I always feel good when I exercise my knee.
Well, good. How are your quads feeling? Are they still released from yesterday?
Yeah, they're released. Yes, this is released, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can continue the practices and keep us informed as to how it goes.
Yes, I'll do that, yes.
Yeah. We will move to the next
Getting up and sitting down is always much easier from yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, That's wonderful.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So
yeah,
we would,
yeah. Go ahead.
if we were working with you, Ram, we'd want to work with your whole body because you're standing with your right shoulder just a little lower than the left. And there's some other contraction patterns that we would want to free so that you would be as comfortable as possible on your legs. But good.
Good. We'll go with the next participant. It is Shima Gupta.
Thank you. But
can you identify yourself? There she is.
Yeah, hello. Hi, this is Seema. Around 9 years back, I fell down upon staircase. So my tailbone got dislocated. Doctor gave me many medicines, steroid. Can you hear me, Eleanor?
I can hear you, but I'm having a hard time finding you. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Hi.
Yeah, hi. So doctor gave me medicines, steroid injections, but that didn't work out. I was not able to lie down in supine position. I was not able to sit. But to continue with my work in office, I started sitting on my one buttock. That created another problem, like because of poor posture, my neck, my upper back started paining. Yoga and exercise helped me a lot, but still I have a continuous pain, and that pain increases a lot during traveling, during urination, during defecation. And at the time of delivery, doctor said, because you are having dislocated tailbone and so much pain, so we cannot try for natural delivery. You have to go for C-section. So this is a continuous pain that is irritating me a lot. So while, at the time of sleeping also, sometimes I have to keep a pillow below my buttocks so that tailbone will not touch the ground.
Which side is it pulled toward? Do you know?
In between the buttocks.
Okay, so it's dislocated, but it is not being pulled to one side or the other side. It's just okay. Okay, may we see you?
Yeah.
So in this work, you start with an assessment, looking at the posture and working with all of the muscles that are pulling the posture into one direction or the other. So let me ask you a question, Seema, and that is, where do you feel the pain? Is it in the sacrum? Is it
in this region, in front?
Okay. Or do you feel it in front or in back?
More in front, less in back.
Okay. Okay, would you turn to the side? Turn to the side so we can see you. Okay.
Hands by the side.
Down, your arms down by your side? Down by your legs. Great. Thank you. Thank you. And how about from the back? So are you still sitting on one buttock?
No. I started sitting on coccyx cushion.
Oh, coccyx cushion. Good.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to add, like when I sit a lot, inflammation started over that place. Something burning is there.
Okay. So one of the things that we would start with, because you are standing there a little bit in what we would call a green light position posture. Your right shoulder is coming down a little bit more than the left. Your right hip is a little higher, I think. It looks like your right buttock is a little bit more developed than the left, etc. So we would want to bring your body back into its natural posture. And one of the things that we would start with is what's called the green light protocol. And which you would be lying on your stomach. How is it lying on your stomach? Can you lie on your stomach? Okay, so please turn your head to the right. Put your left arm down by your side. And your right hand is going to be on the floor. Pick your right elbow up. Right elbow up off the floor and slowly let it come back down. Maybe you want to turn around on the floor so we can see that side of your body. Okay, so now take your right elbow up toward the ceiling, pick it up off the floor, not your head, just okay, leave your head down. You're just going to pick your elbow up. That's right. And slowly coming back down. And repeat that 2 more times. And your hand can stay on the floor. Now pick your head up. And with it turned to the side, you can leave your elbow down. And
Only
pick
the
your
head.
head up. Yeah. And slowly come back down. Keep your head turned to the right.
Yeah.
Pick it up, and slowly coming back down.
Slowly come down.
Great. And we're going to go ahead and bring your arm down by your side. Is your head comfortable enough? Are you okay
Yes.
there? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Do you want to take your glasses off, Seema?
Yeah.
Take your glasses off. Chashma nikal dena.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Okay. Now bring your hand behind your back. Just that right hand. And put your left hand on the floor. Okay, now bring your shoulder across toward the other shoulder.
Yes.
And slowly let your shoulder come back down toward the floor. Okay, do it 2 more times. We're working with your rhomboids here and coming down. Very good. So we can see a little sensory motor amnesia here. You can see her trying to bring her shoulder down slowly, but we can change that. We'll change that. Great. Now bring your hand back up beside your face. Good. Now pick your shoulder up. Pick your shoulder up. Great. And take it down towards your opposite hip. Can you pick your shoulder up and take it down to your opposite hip? Not your elbow, just your shoulder. Great. And let it come down. So we're working with your lower trapezius. Pick your shoulder up and coming down. Very good. Coming up and coming down. Okay, that's good. Now put your hand in under your cheek and we're going to do cat stretch number 3. Inhale, pick your hand, your head, and your elbow up off the floor. Great. And slowly coming back down. Coming up again. And coming down. Coming up. And coming down. Now lift your opposite leg up as you pick up. And coming up. And slowly coming down. So two more times. Coming down and relax. Great. Now bend your left leg and use your left buttock to pick your left leg up. Great. And come back down and let your left buttock relax. Let's go up again. Come back down and let your left buttock relax. Again. And relax. Changing sides. Are you okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good idea. So on this side, we are only going to have you put your hand in up under your cheek, your face, and inhale and pick your hand, your head, and your elbow and your opposite leg up off the floor and coming down. Repeat that 2 more times. Great. Bend your left leg. Your right leg. Use your right buttock to pick your bent leg up off the floor. And slowly come back down and let your right buttock relax. Repeat it again. You can just keep your leg bent. Take your leg up and slowly coming back down. Pick it up and coming down. Great. Roll over. That's good. That's good. So roll over on your back. And we're going to do cat stretch number 4. Put your right hand behind your head. And inhale and arch your back. Exhale, bring your elbow towards your opposite knee. And
You can use
slowly
your other
coming
hand to support the knee.
Okay.
Yeah. Slowly come down.
So changing sides. I love it that you are going only as far as you can go comfortably. Very, very good. Would you lie on your right side now and bend your knees, and we'll do the gluteal exercise we did earlier. So with your knees bent and your feet together, take your upper knee up toward the ceiling. Does this hurt? And slowly coming down. How does that feel, Seema?
Yeah, earlier it was very tight over there. I feel lightness on that place and more strengthened.
Okay. And slowly coming down. Just 3 times. It's really nice. Good. Take your whole bent leg up now. Your foot and your leg. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. And just pick your whole bent leg up toward the ceiling. The foot too. The whole thing. You're going to pick your foot up. Go back down.
Go back.
Again. Go back. Now pick your whole bent leg up and your foot
Yes,
up.
correct.
Very good. And slowly down. You don't have to go that far up. Slowly coming down. 2 more times. Great. And coming down. Okay, let's go to the other side. So lie on your side. Yeah, good. Okay. Is that hard to
No,
do? No.
no.
Okay. Okay. So keeping your feet together, take your knee up toward the ceiling. Good. Take your whole bent leg and foot up. Everything up. Coming down and relax your leg. Is that hurting, Seema?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Oh, good. Okay, you can slowly sit up now. You can sit up now, Seema, or whatever you would like to do. And tell us how you're feeling and anything you want to tell us about that.
I'm feeling like more blood is circulated in lower area.
Well,
In
good.
that region. That's like I'm feeling light over there. Earlier it was like something heaviness I felt, but this time I felt very light, more strong in that part, in that part.
Excellent.
So overall,
Very
it's
good.
a good experience.
Good,
Fantastic.
wonderful, wonderful. Great
But
job.
sometimes I felt cramp on my thigh while doing that legs, knee stretches where we move our knee towards the ceiling side. So I felt cramp over.
Okay. Okay. On both legs or one leg?
I felt more on right leg as compared to the left.
All right. Would you lie down on your left side? Okay. And support your head with your arm and straighten your top leg. Straighten your top leg. Great. Roll it inward and toes down toward the floor. Keep your legs straight. Keep your legs straight. And roll it inward with your foot going toward the floor. And now roll it out. Keep it straight though. Keep it straight, Seema.
Keep it straight. There itself it will roll like this.
Actually, I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
Why is it? The feet
Straighten
will go
your
down.
leg.
The whole leg will rotate, keeping it straight.
Keep it straight. Keep it straight.
Keep it straight. Just turn it to one side, keeping it straight. Toes going towards the floor.
In front of your other leg. Okay,
Yeah.
and then roll out and pick your leg up. Keep your leg straight.
Don't lift the knee. Keep the leg straight. Only turn it to the other side.
Okay, you're going to roll it inward and then roll out and pick it up. And then roll in and down toward the floor. We're working with a muscle called the tensor fasciae lata. Roll out and pick up. Roll in and down toward the floor. Roll out and pick it up. Okay, now let's go the other way. Roll it out and pick it up. Roll it in and coming down. Roll it out, toes toward the ceiling. Roll outward, roll in and down. Roll out, toes toward the ceiling, in and down. And relax. Okay, see if you feel the same tightness down the side of your...
No, now I'm feeling better. That when I was doing, I felt cramp. I felt tightness over there, but now I am feeling light.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Seema, that was wonderful.
Fantastic. We will have time for a couple of questions from participants before we start winding up. If anybody still has any last questions, if any of the questions have remained unanswered, you can ask for them, and then we will wind up. 1 or 2 questions is what maximum we can take. 7 minutes we have.
Ramesh ji, can I ask about my father's situation?
Yeah, sure.
Or
Please. We will see. In any case, we had spoken to her, and she was the one who suggested that particular movement which I recommended to her. But you want to ask anything directly, you can ask. Eleanor, this is the case of a person who was extremely healthy doing practicing yoga and has suddenly become completely paralytic and his voice is gone. And you had suggested that slow movements of effort and then support the movement and then try to take it up a little bit would help. So she wanted to ask about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, what happened 2 years back, he got brain stroke because of 100% blockage on left side of the brain. And after 8 months, he got another stroke because of the 100% blockage on the right side of the brain. And this time, his speech has gone. And he behaves like a very small kid, stubborn, restless, irritable. And he angers at everything. He doesn't like if we speak. He doesn't like the sound. And while walking also, there is imbalance in his walking also. So my question is, there any hope that he will recover by, because doctor said now it's a hopeless case. Don't expect, don't hope. So is there any hope by this so
Is there
much?
any hope?
This
You know
technique
what? We always have hope. But with stroke, it's a situation of brain building. So you have to rebuild the circuits by using them. So if you did, I guess it would be hard to do some of the somatic exercises with him. Would it be hard because he wouldn't want to do them?
Yeah, he doesn't want to do at all.
So what does he want to do?
Just lie down. Just want to be on bed.
Okay. Is that all he wants to do?
Yeah, he doesn't express anything. Just he said he just expressed he want to eat and lie down. Eat and lie down.
So somehow finding a way to do some of the somatic movements with him, kind of sneaking them in so that along with getting ready to eat or along with going back to his bed, or ways of bringing in little movements would be the only thing you could do at this point, right?
Yeah.
But Ramesh and you and I can think more about it. It would be really nice to see him sometime.
Yeah, sure.
On Zoom. Let's have a session in which we get a chance to see him.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Eleanor.
You're welcome.
Eleanor, there are 3 questions. One is, what can be done for wrist pain? That's the first question.
Wrist? You're talking about wrist?
Yeah, wrist pain, yeah.
Okay. What you can do, see, there are a lot of muscles and tendons in that area. And if you would voluntarily contract, in other words, taking your hand in the direction towards your elbow, the palm of your hand towards your elbow, and slowly relax several times. Take your hand, turn your hand over, bring the back of your hand towards your elbow and slowly coming down. Take your hand to the side and slowly coming back, and the other side and slowly coming back, so that you can reset all the muscles of the forearm. but you really have to look at the wrist to see where it's hurting. It will tell you which nerve is being compressed and what you need to do in order to change that. So there are things to do for wrist hurting, but it depends on what's causing it, what you want to do to intervene. And that's a whole lesson in itself. What's our next question?
I think we're coming to the end of time, Eleanor.
Okay.
So we will try and answer those questions either on email or by some other means.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
For example, can scoliosis be cured by Hanna Somatics? The answer is yes. Scoliosis is one of the definitive cures through Hanna Somatics, and there is 100% cure possible for scoliosis. We'll slowly come back to closing this program. And first of all, a heartfelt gratitude to both Eleanor and Lyman for taking time. It's almost 9:30 at their time in the night on a weekend, and they have taken time off to come participate with us, take us through Hanna Somatics. Has been a great experience. Eleanor, yesterday's session with taking through the scientific process, through the anatomy, physiology of it was excellent. And today's demonstrations have also been fantastic. Couple of messages on the chat, which actually said, just watching the people do the exercise, one can feel the healing process happening in that person. So that's a fantastic feedback from the participants who are watching. And based on your own inputs of today, one of the participants have given a wonderful suggestion for Shima, for her father, saying that you can possibly do the exercises and show him a video of it and ask him to watch it. And that may start making some changes in his brain. So it's a
great
fantastic
idea.
A great idea coming from one of the participants based on your own inputs given today. It has been wonderful to have all of you together.
Connect.
Hello? Yeah. So wonderful sessions we have had. Thanks for all of you who participated. We had something like 181 registrations, but ultimately those who are destined to benefit are the ones who will ultimately log in and participate. So those who were destined to benefit have participated. If any of you have got acute issues and would like to have a direct one-to-one consultation with Eleanor, let me know. I will facilitate the connection, and then she can take you through a curative process, because acute problems cannot be resolved in just one sitting or a demonstration like this. This is just a feeler for you to understand how it can happen. Multiple sessions may be required. So if you are interested in going through the process with Eleanor, we will facilitate the entire happening and we will do it. So with this, let us come to a closure. Please sit down in a meditative position and be in the vibration to the sound of conch. We'll chant Om 3 times. Take a deep breath. Om. I'll chant the Shanti mantras. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Loga Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you everyone for participation.
Thank you.
See you all. We will be shortly announcing a 2-month course on anasomatic practices. It's in these 16 sessions, we will take you through the 8 lessons of myth of aging. We will take you through the trauma protocol twice and the red light protocol twice. So I'll send you the announcement, and those of you who want to participate in that and take through the entire process can join for it and experience the anasomatics firsthand. Thank you very much once again, Eleanor, and we can communicate on the phone later. Thank you very much, Sulaiman.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. Thank you. Bye.